So today we're watching something really special get built. A modern house right in the middle of a forest. And what I love about this project before we even get into it is that the people building this thing actually care about where they're building it. Like they're not just rolling in with bulldozers and flattening everything. They're being intentional. They're working around the trees, keeping as much of the natural environment intact as possible and only clearing what they absolutely have to. The first thing you're seeing here is the site prep. And I know, dirt moving isn't exactly the most glamorous art of build, but stick with me because this is where everything starts. And if you get this wrong, everything else suffers for it. Then before any concrete is poured, they place reinforcing steel bars, rebar, at specific load-bearing points within that formwork. This is critical. The rebar is what gives the concrete its tensile strength. Concrete is incredibly strong under compression, but without rebar, it can crack under tension. So this step isn't just important, it's non-negotiable. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This isn't a standard slab foundation. The team is using a combination of a strip foundation along the perimeter and concrete column abutments at key structural points to form those column bases. They're using something called concrete forming tubes. You've probably seen these at hardware stores. They're those cylindrical cardboard tubes. They get cut to the exact height needed and placed at each column position in the ground, then concrete gets poured in and around them. The pour itself is pretty methodical. They work their way along the strip foundation lines first, then hit the column points. And then comes the part everyone always underestimates: the weight. Concrete curing is not something you rush. The chemical process that gives concrete its strength takes time. And if you start loading it before it's ready, you're asking for problems down the road. So the team waits it out, lets it cure fully, and only then moves on to the next phase. Once the foundation is cured, things start moving in a direction that looks a little different from what you might expect. Instead of traditional poured concrete walls or standard wood framing for basement level, this team is using ICF, insulated concrete forms. If you haven't seen these before, they're basically interlocking foam blocks that stack like oversized Lego bricks. You build your wall shape with the foam, then fill the hollow core with concrete. The foam stays in place permanently and acts as built-in insulation on both sides of the wall. It's a really smart system, especially for a forest build where temperature regulation matters. When the ICF walls reach the target height, it's time for the big pour. Concrete is pumped or poured directly into those hollow foam cores, filling the entire wall cavity. One thing worth noting here, the team has temporary wooden wedges braced against the exterior of the walls during this pour. That's not a mistake or a shortcut. That's intentional. Wet concrete exerts a tremendous amount of outward pressure as it fills those voids. And without external bracing, there's a real risk of the forms blowing out. The wedges counteract that pressure and keep everything plumb and in place while the concrete sets. With the basement walls solid and cured, the build transitions into what might be my favorite phase to watch. The floor frame going in, the main load-bearing beams come first. These are big, heavy timbers, and you can see the team carefully positioning each one so it lands centered on the column supports below. The alignment here isn't just aesthetic, it's structural. A beam that's even slightly off-center from its support point creates an uneven load path, and that adds up over time. Once the main beams are set and secured, the floor joists come next. These get evenly spaced across the entire floor area. Each one fixed to both the exterior walls and the main beams. It's methodical, it's precise, and watching it come together, you start to get a real sense of the footprint of the house for the first time. Like this is the moment where it stops looking like a construction site and starts looking like a building. Then come the OSB panels, oriented strand board, which get laid across the joists and screwed down to create a single continuous floor deck. OSB is incredibly common in timber frame construction because it's strong, relatively lightweight, and cost-effective. Once those panels are down, you've got your ground floor platform, and it is solid. Walk across it, and you barely feel any flex. That's good framing right there. This is where the build really starts to look like a house. The wall panels for the first floor are being built on the ground first. The team assembles the wooden stud frames according to measurements, then attaches the outer cladding board directly to frame before the panel ever gets raised. This is a really efficient way to work because you're doing as much as you can at ground level where it's safe and easy rather than trying to attach things at height. Once a panel is complete, they use lifting devices to raise it into the upright position, set it on the floor deck, and brace it temporarily while they move on to the next one. Watching those walls go up is one of those moments in a build video where people in the comments always lose a little. And honestly, I get it. There's something almost dramatic about watching flat panels on the ground suddenly become walls. Now, for a project like this, building in a forested environment, lightweight timber frame is genuinely the right choice. You're not getting heavy machinery down forest roads easily, and even if you could, you wouldn't want to tear up the site doing it. Timber frame systems are designed to be transported in manageable pieces and assembled on site without massive equipment. The structural elements get cut and prepared based on engineering plans, brought to the site, and assembled piece by piece. It's efficient, it's adaptable, and when you're working in a sensitive natural environment, it's also just a more responsible approach. After the wall frame is complete and the exterior cladding panels are attached, the focus shifts upward. The roof line gets established first. This involved determining the pitch and layout of the entire roof structure. And then the roof beams get fixed to the tops of the walls one by one. Once the structural frame of the roof is in place, the cladding panels go on in rows, working from one end to the other. After the entire roof surface is covered in panels, the team goes over every single joint with waterproofing tape. Every single joint. This step is so easy to want to skip or rush when you're tired. And the end is in sight, but it's absolutely vital. Any gap, any unsealed joint in that roof is an invitation for water infiltration. And water in a timber frame house is the beginning of a very expensive problem. So, the team seals everything meticulously, and that one gives the roof its first real layer of weather protection. With the roof on and the structure weathertight, the exterior finishing work begins. And there's a lot going on here. First up, the entrance stairs. A mold is built for the concrete steps leading up to the front door. The concrete gets poured and shaped, and while that cures, the team starts erecting the small covered porch framework above the entrance. It's a nice detail that keeps the entryway protected and gives the house a more finished, welcoming look. Window openings get cut. And this is one of those moments that always makes me a little nervous to watch, honestly, because you're cutting into your structure, but it's done carefully and cleanly. Then the large window units get lifted from outside and dropped into their openings. Getting these plumb and square is really important because if a window isn't perfectly aligned with its frame, you'll have gaps, drafts, and a gap between music, the window, and its trim that just never sits right. The team takes their time, checks alignment, and finishes with fixing screws. Then come the shingle tiles laid and secured on top of the roofing sheets row after row until the entire surface is covered. At this point, the roof isn't just a structural element anymore. It's doing its job, shedding water, protecting against the elements, and honestly starting to look really sharp against the forest backdrop. For the exterior facade, the team layers up a combination of fiber cement panels, metal mesh, and plaster. The fiber cement panels go on first and create a solid, durable base layer. Metal mesh goes over that, which gives the plaster something to mechanically LY bond to. Without it, plaster over a smooth surface is prone to cracking and delaminating over time. Once the plaster cures, decorative stone cladding gets applied to sections of the exterior, which adds a ton of visual weight and texture. Wooden cladding panels go on in horizontal rows, starting from the bottom and working up. This direction is important for water management, since you want each row to overlap the one below it and direct water away from the wall. Wooden cladding panels go on in horizontal rows, starting from the bottom and working up. This direction is important for water management, since you want each row to overlap the one below it and direct water away from the wall. Outside, things are moving quickly now. Insulation gets packed into every wall cavity and ceiling bay. No gaps, no voids, just solid coverage. This is where a lot of the long-term comfort and energy efficiency of the home gets determined. Then drywall panels come in and get screwed to the framing across every surface. After the drywall is up, joint compound goes over every seam and screw hole. This is the kind of work that's invisible when it's done right and extremely visible when it's not. So the team takes their time getting it smooth. Everywhere you feel. Once the compound dries, special sanding machines come in and take the surface down to perfectly flat. Then priming, then paint. The garden work is happening around this time, too. The team levels the soil around the house, defines the walkway edges with natural stones, and constructs a wooden fence along the property boundary. It's the kind of landscaping work that ties the structure into its environment and makes the whole thing feel considered rather than just dropped into the forest. Doors get fitted into their frames with millimeter level precision, because a door that doesn't hang right is one of those things that will annoy you every single day you live in a house. The kitchen countertop gets brought in, which is always kind of a milestone moment in a build. In the bathroom, tiles go up on the walls, and you can really start to see the design vision of the space coming together. The electricians work their way through the house, exposing the wire ends that were run during framing and seating them into all the outlet and switch boxes. It's detailed, slightly tedious work, but it's the stuff that makes a house actually function. And then it's on. What started as a sloped piece of forest floor is now a clean, modern home that somehow manages to feel like it belongs there among the trees. The walkthrough shots here really let you appreciate the whole arc of the build. From bare ground to foundation, to frame, to this finished space that's calm and light and well-ade. The material choices, the attention to detail, the way the exterior plays off the natural surroundings. This team clearly knew what they were doing, and they executed it really well. Definitely worth checking out if this kind of build content is your thing. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, you already know you're going to enjoy that channel.